I guess I'm going to cut a hole and see what happens next. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So it's Sunday afternoon and got some project. I got a big project in store. But first, yesterday we ran some errands and came home and decided to cut down a couple of those dead cedar trees. So we had 3 cedar trees that were dead right in that hole. I got those trimmed. Well, not trimmed, cut down. Because they were down, we were finally able to burn the burn pile. And while we had the burn pile going, we took care of all those branches. And we now have a huge ring of ash that we'll need to take care of. But it's all taken care of. The only thing I didn't burn, I don't burn the trunks of the cedar trees. I don't know what all I'm going to do with them, but I've kept all the trunks for the different cedar trees. Some will be fence posts. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm not throwing them away or burning them, as the case may be. Anyway, today we're going to install the chimney. I've got everything that I need, I hope, to get this done. We have no chance of rain today. It is warm. It's like mid-80s. It's sunny. It's a perfect day to cut a hole in the roof of your house, I hope. All right, so there's our wood stove. That piece of chimney is just sitting there. It's not connected or level. I did go ahead and remove some of the insulation so that we can get to the roof. I did see something earlier where I'm watching a video where they took a flashlight and put it inside the chimney, and it shone on the ceiling where you needed to make your cut. And so I'm going to give that a shot, see if that works as well in real life as it appeared to on the internet. And apparently it does work pretty well. So it's shining the light up there on the ceiling. I used the level, and I've already done this. I've used the level to level off the chimney just right. Of course, when I let go, it moves. But you can see I've put the blue line, I used a permanent marker up there to find where I need to cut the hole. Again, that should be the center, not the wider pipe. So I am going to, I would assume 2 inches would work since it's a 2-inch gap. I'll probably do a little bit more than that. And drill a hole through the center and then see about getting it cut. All right, so after reading through the directions a couple of times, I decided to go ahead and get up and do a couple things. One of the things I thought I'd do is I would take this adapter to go from the single wall to the double wall, stick it up there up high, and see how much further on the outside of that oval I drew this was. And it really wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be about 2 inches out, and it was almost perfect. Then I got to thinking about light. Light's going to spread once it leaves that stovepipe, so that may be fine. So the next thing I decided to do is, so this is the waterproof boot. It'll go on the outside. Well, it's the boot. It'll fit tight around the pipe through there, and then I'll put sealant on the bottom and then screw it into the metal roof. I wanted to make sure this boot is larger than that oval, and it is. So since it is, even if that hole happens to be bigger than I think it should be or needs to be, this will cover it, and that's what really matters. I was right. So I have another piece of pipe that's an expandable smoke pipe. Now I'm not going to use it. I don't need it. It came with the kit to begin with. But I put the flashlight back in, as you can see, and I put this expandable pipe in, and you can see how much further in the light is compared to that oval was. And even there, it's wider. So I think I'm going to be good. I'm going to, I guess I'm going to cut a hole and see what happens next. Well, here goes. We have daylight. I've done it now. Almost done. Got it. All right, now we see if the double wall pipe fits. It fits. At least I think it does. Fits out the hole anyway. Well, it fits out the hole. I need to put the single wall back in with its adapter, and I want to put this one piece of stovepipe in to make sure it's going to be good, and then I'll have to do brackets and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to make sure we're good before I lock everything in place. Well, I made a mess, but it's in. Looks pretty good from outside as well. Well, I had some problems, and then I realized I sort of quit recording because of the problems. But it's installed. It is installed. I'm ready for a fire in it, and it'll be a while before we do that, unless we just decide to do one. And I'm ready for some rain, and we'll see how that goes. But let me show you how it's looking. All right, so out here it looks really well. I don't like the white sealant on that gray roof. It just really sticks out. I did put some support since I added a whole nother a whole nother pipe on the top to make sure that that got over the roof line. So that's good. It's got that silicone boot. It's screwed in. It's caulked. It's got the weather shield right above that. There we go. And yeah, it's got the also has the weather windshield or whatever that thing's called around the very top of the chimney, so you don't get water down it. Overall though, it looks really good out here. Let me show you. All right, on the inside, I mean, I'm still picking up, but on the inside it's not horrible. I haven't done anything else up there yet. I want to wait and see how things go with rain. Sorry, I'm not as excited as I would like to be, just for the fact I've had all the problems that I had. That's not as level as I would like it to be. I think it'll be fine, but I'm not super happy with it. I think the problem was that extra steep roof on the outside where we were coming out. I think if we'd have come out at the top, more at the top, I wouldn't have had the problems that I had. I think it was because of that the steepness of that roof. But I think we're good. So I'm going to finish cleaning up and figure out what's next. Sorry I quit recording. Just ran into problems and I got distracted. On the inside, hold on one second, I do want to show you something. So I did put these little boot things I've talked about that go from this pipe to this pipe. I didn't have one for the single wall, and I used 3 metal screws. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I did the same down here. There's 3 along that. The kit came with a little thermometer. We'll see how that works. I will link to the video that I actually watched from Tiny Wood Stoves, their site, on how they did it. They used a box on the inside instead of going straight through like I did. I still have at least a little bit more work where we will take the tin and take the tin around the metal. At least that's the current plan. We'll see how that goes. But I want to make sure we're not leaking, and the best way to know that is just to watch during the next rain instead of waiting for it to soak through insulation and cause all sorts of problems. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't know if I can help you. First time I've ever done this. It probably won't be the last, but we'll see. Anyway, y'all take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.